there's a lot of man hate out there right now. A lot of people being afraid of men and boys and saying toxic masculinity and stuff like that. And that's the world that we live in, but there's problems on both sides. So you can yell and scream and point and say that's toxic masculinity that needs to go away, but what is masculinity? There's not a lot of people talking about what it means to be a man. And so the problem is there is no official definition. So each of us has got to explore, do some self-searching, and come up with our own definition of what maturity means. The difference between a boy and a man. And here's mine. I offer it to you as humbly as I can. But in the end of the day, you have to decide for yourself, what is a boy? What is a man? What's the difference, and how do you tell? So the difference between a boy and a man comes down to responsibility. A boy cannot, does not, will not take responsibility for himself. When he screws up, and he will, he expects somebody else to cover for him. He makes excuses. He tries to get out of it. That's a boy. A man not only takes responsibility for himself, for his shortcomings, for his mistakes, he will take responsibility. He will say, it is my fault. How can I do better? Let me fix that. A man will take responsibility for everyone around him. If you're close to a man, he will protect you. He will shelter you. That's what a man does. A man takes responsibility for himself and responsibility for the people around him. That's the difference between a boy and a man. There are a lot of grown boys wandering around. And there are a lot of grown boys that act like men until stuff gets real. And then all of a sudden they need somebody else to bail them out. Now, there's nothing wrong with needing friends, needing help. You need to be able to admit when you need help. But to make a habit, a habitual lifestyle of relying on other people is not a man. That's a boy. And the same is, there's a female corollary too that we need to talk about. What's the difference between a girl and a woman? The girl and woman is not about responsibility. It's about confidence. A girl has no confidence in herself. She's fearful. She has anxiety, doubts. Rack her. Every decision is driven by fear or anxiety, whatever you want to call it. If you know a girl or a woman who lives in anxiety, she's not a woman. She's a grown girl. A woman is confident not just in herself, but instills confidence in those around her. You'll know you've spent time with a woman when you leave feeling like $1,000,000, like you could lasso the moon and pull it down. That's how a woman will make you feel, because a woman is confident not just in herself, but instills confidence in those around her. That's how you can tell a grown woman. There's a lot of grown girls running around, and that's how I watch out for them. It's the ones that live in fear and anxiety. They don't live by faith. They don't live by trust. They live in fear. And again, this is all my opinion. It's not fact. This is just my observation from 30 plus years going around the sun, is that the difference between a boy and a man comes down to responsibility, how much responsibility he's willing to take. And the difference between a girl and a woman comes down to confidence, how confident she is. So I have 2 daughters, and I want to raise them to be confident women, capable, independent, confident women who know what their own limits are and can help others push theirs. So figure out for yourself, what is masculinity? What is femininity? And aspire to reach those goals. And have a good day.